what I would like to do is come back to a truth that I have observed multiple times, and that is that no one is perfect, least of all me. And with that, if I can hold space for that, what I can expect is that when I show up in the world, or when I do something, when I work on a project or interact with other people, that I'm going to do so imperfectly. And it's only a matter of time and unfolding before one of the ways in which I am imperfect becomes revealed to you or to me. And there are times when my mistakes, my imperfections, cause harm to other people or cause harm to me. When such a thing occurs, as I cause harm to someone in my environment, in my community, then it is an option for, once I'm able to connect with it and process it, that I move into wanting to repair the harm that I have caused. What often takes place is that folks do not intentionally enter into into executing repair. They may feel really bad about having caused harm to someone else, but they probably internalize it and then use that as an excuse to beat themselves up for being imperfect. This further perpetuates harm. When a human is engaging in the behavior of beating themselves up for having made a mistake, they are not present for the moment. They may cause more harm, maybe to the person that they had already harmed. One way that I have seen this show up time and again in my own experience, my personal way of being imperfect, is that I have done some of what I'm about to describe. So COVID and COVID protocols have really stirred up perfectionism in many of us. And so many of us are afflicted with perfectionism and we don't even realize that that's what it is. And I'm not going to try to wake you up to this right now. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. And if you do, right, like, you know what I'm talking about. It's very challenging once you realize that you're a perfectionist because you keep seeing it everywhere. But it is so helpful to be able to go, wow, having a lot of feelings about having made a human error really takes up a lot of my time. And I'm so tired of burning energy that way. Then you might begin to actually forgive yourself. Then you may begin to actually repair where you have caused harm and strengthen your relationship. And that is fucking fantastic. And from that rupture and repair, you build trust. And trust is such a beautiful thing. So conflict is inevitable, as are mistakes. And if we know that that's coming, we can hopefully then use that as a way to move more swiftly into not educating, this is educational. We can move more swiftly into executing the next steps as a part of our repair in relationship. And of course, I don't know and can't promise, rather, that every time that you harm someone that it'll be easy for them to repair the relationship with you. But you stand a chance when you really try, and you also have more experience to just live, more availability to experience living when you're not beating yourself up for something. So I invite you to take a look at that, and I'd like to go back to what I was trying to say before, which is this example. So when your child gets sick, or when you get sick, these days you might be saying, wow, I hope I don't have COVID. I better test us for COVID. Better rule this out. And you do the test and maybe you find out that it is negative. And yet you still have a virus in your body that you could easily spread to other human beings. And yet you take your germs to a party. Oops. somehow we got into this thing where suddenly we have valued staying at home and not exposing other people to germs, but it's almost exclusive to COVID and nothing else, except for now monkeypox. I invite you, and I invite myself, to keep ourselves home and provide the care that we need for getting healthy, and that will correlate to whether or not we should be showing up in social situations. Now, work and being able to pay the bills is a conversation for another video, but in this case, what I just want to highlight here is that feeling obligated to going to family gatherings or fun celebrations and parties, or even just desiring to go to those, is totally understandable. However, if you are contagious or if your children are contagious, stay home and take care of yourselves and prevent the spread of this virus to other people. Yeah, that's something to think about. That's coming from Saturn and asking us to have better boundaries and to take actual accountability. And then it's also for me coming from Virgo and Mercury in Virgo. Okay, bye.